Hi, this is Amy Shannon from Amy's Banned Book Buzz, and today I'm going to talk about the book. It's called The Revolutionary Voices, and it's edited by Amy Sonnie, and it's edited because these there's a bunch of stories, true stories of experiences. Some are poetry, some are drawings, and it's about people telling their story about coming out, whether they're part of the LGBTQ community, talking to their families about maybe their discovery for gender identification or their sexual preferences or not. Um, I learned a lot about people and the and it still saddens me that family members are can be so unacceptable of others. um, if they say they had a boy at birth, but later this boy decides he is not a boy, he wants to be a girl. um, and it seems that um, I don't know why a parent wouldn't accept their child, even if they have what I refer to as old fashioned beliefs. It's because of the way that you are raised. And sometimes you know who you can tell and who you can't tell. When my son came out, he came out to me, and I'm like, okay, what does that mean? um, he just said, Mom, I have to tell you something really important. And he told me, and I am so proud of him. And um, I mean, when I look at my children, I don't look at them as, oh, they're gay or they're straight or whatever. That's not how I view my child. Even though they're grown men, I look at them as the men they are. Um, so when I was reading some of these stories, and they're really powerful, and Um, I recommend that if you are going through something like this, maybe you can find a way that can help you write, or write, or use whatever artistic talent you have to get your emotions on paper. It is not always easy to say things out loud. As a writer, I keep a journal. I've kept a diary when I was a kid, but the journal helps me put stuff out on paper. Um, and I don't have to say it out loud, and I don't have to share it with anybody. Um, but I could if I wanted to. I'm not ashamed to say that I go to therapy, but my reasons are for PTSD and from a abusive spouse who tried to kill me. Um, but I cannot imagine not being able to go to your family and saying, "Hey, this is me." So, um, this book is a multicultural queer youth anthology. It's called Revolutionary Voices. It's edited by Amy Sonnie, and it is a magnificent book to read. I went through it again. I had read it a while ago and posted my review, but then there was something that I wanted to share um, with this audience. And there is, I'm going to tell you about our story, ATTAR, and if I'm pronouncing it wrong, I go incorrect. I very sorry if I pronounced it correct. I go by the name of Atar because she was an ancient goddess of the land that is now known as Lebanon, and for me, she represents strength and wisdom. I am Lebanese and come from a very diverse place in New Jersey, and so my writing is a reflection of that. I am 23 years old and active not only in the Arab community, but also in the ethnic, feminist, queer communities. I have been writing since I was young. My journals were the only spaces I felt comfortable to be who I was. whatever that meant at the time. I know that for me, writing helps me understand the complexities of my emotions and allows me the freedom to continue to challenge, grow, and change to become the person I need to be. And this is a verse written by Attar called Fingers. Visions of brown, slender fingers grind through the deep hurt, painful, liberating, kneading away the sorrow and the erupting in me a happiness I have only known for a year and a half, remembering bitten off nails and sturdy fists, gentle but strong, masculine but woman enough, thinking about aged olive hands, details with wrinkles of experience, and stories of passionate moments and good times, but hard times. Force felt through my womanness, such sweet love, still searching for those hands that will grip me and hold me long enough to love me. One of the things that I found that was very interesting in that book is, they call it revolutionary voices, and the stories are of not just different people going through different types of things. Some are similar, but a lot of it is culture, how they were raised, their culture, their race, and how those cultures, even or how any culture I, treats their, someone who may be different, or sometimes people just don't know yet. They're trying to figure out who they are. Um, as a teenager, you want to fit in, but you don't want to be so different, but you want to be different because you want to be yourself. You want to have your own style or whatever. And then you grow up and you're still trying to figure out, okay, now I'm an adult. What am I doing next? Who am I? And I tell you, and again, and this happened to me, I hit 40 and I was like, okay, I'm not the same person I was when I was 20. I'm not the same person I was when I was 12. But who am I? What do I like? And what can I do? And especially with my increasing progression of disabilities, I still am trying to figure out, I'm over 50 now, still trying to figure out what is next for me. What can I do? What can I do? And can I still be who I am? So I can relate to not knowing who you are, not knowing how people are going to perceive you, because sometimes people just can't accept what's actually happening to someone. So this has been Amy Shannon for Amy's Band Book Buzz, and I hope you join me next time. Thank you.